In the name of Allah, the Merciful. My name is Muhammad Saeed, science teacher in Al Iman School, and this is a checkpoint for science. Cambridge Checkpoint, Unit 5, Lesson 1, page 70. I want to speak about the burning. In the introduction, what do you see now? Wow, this is burning. Burning found in different area, just in cooking or outside the kitchen. That's very important for you. But in this lesson, we want to explain scientifically what happened in burning. Look at here. For this lesson, we have different objectives. Different target should be achieved, inshallah. Number one, we want to identify the reactants and products of burning or combustion. Combustion, the same thing, the same meaning of burning, but it took a few time. But burning is big, it took a lot of time. So we want to identify the reactants and products of this reaction. Also, we want to distinguish between two terms, the term of exothermic and endothermic, a scientific term used in this field, that is exothermic and endothermic, to explain the meaning of exothermic and the meaning of endothermic and to distinguish between these two terms. Also to understand the oxidation reaction. In this lesson, you should understand the meaning of oxidation reaction. In a definition of burning, that is a chemical reaction in which a substance combines with oxygen. Look at this definition. Burning is a chemical reaction. And here, you didn't forget that the chemical reaction, not like the physical reaction. Very big variation between chemical reaction and physical reaction. And here you should understand that chemical reaction formed a new substance, not like the product. In chemical equation, there is reactants and products. The products has a specific characteristic, has a unique characteristic, not like the products. In a chemical reaction, the product not like the reactants, in which a substance combines with oxygen. So we have two types. We have a substance and we have oxygen. Substance combines with oxygen to form a new product, not like oxygen, not like a substance, a new substance. These are the definition terms. Look at the example here. We have substance, that is a carbon atom here, combines with oxygen to form a new substance, that is a carbon dioxide. So this is chemical reaction, this is chemical equation. What about the product? The product is carbon dioxide not like oxygen, carbon dioxide not like a carbon. This is a new product with a specific characteristic, not like the reactants. So we have a chemical reaction, produced a new substance, a new characteristic, not like the reactants. And also the substance here is carbon combines with oxygen to form a new substance according to the concept of chemical reaction. In general concept, look at here, the substance that combine with oxygen is called a fuel. Carbon with oxygen form a new substance. The substance which combine with oxygen, which react with oxygen, that is called a fuel. Fuel store energy in the form of chemical energy bonds. Fuel, including atoms. Between atoms, there is a bond, maybe chemical, maybe a hydrogenic bond, maybe a ionic bond, maybe any bonds between these atoms. These bonds is very important because any bonds has a specific energy when it break it down or when it formed. So there is two types of chemical reaction. There is of bonds. There is bonds formed and bonds broken down. When it break it down, energy is provided, or when it's formed, also can be producing. When you burn a fuel cooling, heat energy is given out, released. When you burn it, there is very important energy has been released or given out. There is different example of fuel which combine with oxygen to form a new product. Like what? Like charcoal, like wood, like coal, like natural gas. Different example of fuels can be used in this chemical reaction. What is the difference between combustion and burning? Burning maybe took a lot of time, but a specific burning, a short time of burning, that is a combustion. So combustion is another term can be used in this field, but it took a lot of time. So when burning, but it took a few time, not fast reaction. It is a fast reaction and taking a short time. So burning, which it took a fast reaction, which it took a small time, that is called what? Combustions. In burning, there is a reactance. That is a material which react together, and we have a product of this reaction. The reactance, that is the substance before the arrow. The products, that is the substance after the arrow. Look at here. The reactance in this reaction, in burning, is hydrocarbons react with oxygen combined together. Look at the term hydrocarbons. Hydrocarbons. That means there is two elements, hydrogen and carbon. So when we say hydrocarbon, intend that there is a hydrogen atom combined with carbon atom. So hydrocarbon, that means hydrogen and carbon join together, react with oxygen. These are the reactants in this burning. What is the product? What is the product of this reaction? Carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is a product, it's a main product for these reactions. But there is a sub-reaction, sub-product, that is a water, and not mentioned in this level. Look at here, look at this reactants. Look at this equation. Example number 1, carbon combined with oxygen to form carbon dioxide. But look at example 2. This is a complicated example. Substance included carbon and hydrogen. This is what? This is hydrocarbon because included hydrogen and carbon. React with oxygen to form what? Carbon dioxide and water. And now we want to explain the differences between example 1 and example 2. In example 2, this is a simple example which include the substance combined with oxygen. The substance is carbon to form carbon dioxide, only one product. In example 2, there is a hydrocarbon which included 1 carbon atom and 4 hydrogen atom, which named as methane. methane react with oxygen to form carbon dioxide and water. The difference between this example, number one is a simple example, number two is a complicated example. Number one, a substance is just a carbon. Number two, a substance reacts with oxygen. It is not only one carbon atom, but it is a hydrocarbon. The product in example one is just carbon dioxide. The example in example two, the product is carbon dioxide and water. So there is a difference. All of these, example one and example two, is an example of burning. So we have a definition here. The hydrocarbons are compounds containing two types of element, that is carbon and hydrogen. So a hydrocarbon is a substance which included carbon and hydrogen together in one time. And now here we want to explain the term exothermic and the term endothermic in burning. In burning, there is two types of chemical reaction called exothermic and reaction called endothermic. Look at this example. Carbon atom combined with oxygen to form carbon dioxide. We can represent this reaction like this. We represent carbon atom by like this. Together, combined together to form the oxygen. Oxygen included two types, a molecule included two elements like this. It is a diatomic. Diatomic, that means two atoms. Form carbon dioxide. This is an oxygen. This is a carbon and this is the oxygen. So what happened in this equation? The same material, carbon atom in reactants, also there is a carbon atom in the product. Two elements of oxygen and two elements of oxygen. What happened? When above rearrangement happened, energy is given out and the temperature rises. Why? Because there is a new bond formed and an old bond has been broken. Again, this is in carbon, there is a lone atom. There is no bonds between the carbon atom because there is only one carbon atom. But here, in oxygen, there is diatom. There is two atoms. So there is a bond between them. And this bond has been broken to make a new arrangement. Also, in the product, there is a carbon atom and there is two hydrogen atoms joined together in a new location, in a new position, a new orientation. So there is a new bond formed. So in this reaction, we can say that there is a bond has been broken in the reactants and there is a bond has been formed in the product. This is a rearrangement including breaking down of bond and forming a new bond. So the breaking down of bond and forming a new bond, so energy is given out. When an energy given out due to forming and breaking a new bond, this is called exothermic reaction. So we want to explain it again. Look at the picture. In this picture, a red picture here, figure number 1, this is exothermic because an energy is given out from the system, that means from the reaction to surrounding. So the exothermic, that means any reaction that released energy. Again, Exothermic, that any reaction released energy. Released energy, that means given out. Given out from the system, from the air to the surrounding. The opposite of this definition is endothermic. What is the meaning of endothermic? Endothermic, that means energy or heat going from surrounding to inside the system. This is the opposite terms. So, in conclusion, there is a two type of fair or two type of thermic reaction. There is exothermic reaction and endothermic reaction. Exothermic reaction, that means when the energy given out to this from the system to the surrounding. But endothermic, when the energy going from the surrounding to inside the system, and that is very easy for you. In the definition, exothermic reaction, a chemical reaction in which energy given out. And here we have oxidation reaction. Oxidation reaction, that means adding of oxygen. Look at the term oxidation, that means adding of oxygen. Oxidation reaction. So oxidation reaction is any reaction that including adding of oxygen in the substance, adding or combined with oxygen to form any products, that is oxidation reaction. So any reaction where a substance combined with oxygen is also known as oxidation reaction. So oxidation reaction, there is a different, maybe 4 or 5 definition for oxidation reaction. But here you should know the definition number 1, which explain that any substance adding of oxygen or combined with oxygen, these are the oxidation reaction. For example of oxidation reaction, a react between iron and the air with which including oxygen. Look at here we have iron has been rust. Why? Because react with oxygen or combine with oxygen. So this rusting is what is the oxidation reaction or example of oxidation reaction. Thank you, all of you. If you have any question, you can send me your question. And this is very easy, I think very easy for you. Thank you.